Kilo Bravo 3, Juliet Delta Lima.
JDL, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
JDL, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Juliet Delta Lima. What's the name there?
Juliet Delta Lima. What's the name there?
Yeah, name here is Craig.
Why don't you give me that phonetically, please?
Why don't you give me that phonetically, please?
Sure, it's Craig. C Charlie, R Radio, A Alpha, I India, G Golf. Over.
Yes, sir, Craig. And whereabouts is your location?
Yes, sir, Craig. And whereabouts is your location?
I'm in western Pennsylvania. I'm pretty much right in between Erie and Pittsburgh. Over.
Roger, 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 Roger. Well, I'm using a PA-SDR at the moment, and you've given me about a 20 over. This is a Milford PA-SDR. And what radio are you running today, Craig?
PA-SDR. And what radio are you running today, Craig?
I'm running a Yaesu FT-710, and you're probably about 10 over, 5.9 plus 10.
Roger that, Roger that. So what we normally say, as far as setting up radios, transmitters, is to make sure you're in that wide transmit bandwidth, 100 to 2900. You may have a multiple selection of transmit bandwidths, but we're suggesting that you go to the wide mode, which will let your transmitter perform at its best, and that is on 100 to 2900. Roger.
Yes, and that is on 100 to 2900. Roger.
Roger that. 100 to 2900 wide transmit bandwidth. I'll have to look that up. I'm a new general ticket, and this radio, I think as of like day, 3 or 4 on the air. So there's a lot of buttons and switches to throw on this thing. So I'll look for it. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I can give you some more ideas if you want to take some notes there. Once you double check to be sure you're in that wide transmit band width of 100 to 2900, then it comes to the compressor processor, and we want that on a 3. That would be a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. We just want a third of that compressor processor, and so a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100 we found works just well. It's something that you would not really ever hear on the air. And then past that, and I'm assuming that you would be taking notes of this, past that you would go to your ALC with the mic gain in hand. And as you say the word audio, don't stress it. Just say it like you would say any other word in a QSO, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running to the right of center. We usually say 2/3 on that ALC meter is the sweet spot. So that's the ALC adjustment. That adjusts your audio sound, the intensity of your volume. And a lot of folks, they just say, "Well, get it 5 more clicks up or 5 more clicks down." But I try to tell you not only where but how. And that is the way that you would set that volume. I spent a lot of time searching for the right word to say to set a transmit level. And the word audio, the first part of that word is just filled with so many harmonics that you can see on a spectrum analyzer, just from wall to wall. And that's the best kind of signal to use to set up a transmitter. You actually become a human test tone generator, Roger.
You actually become a human test tone generator, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Should I set the mic gain with the audio setting prior to setting the compressor? Over.
No. There's a sequence there, and it's very, very deliberate, because we have a chain that if you were to do one thing before the other, it throws the other thing off. So the first thing is to, check for your bandwidth, get that under control, then move to your compressor processor, put that on a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, then move to your ALC and adjust that for 2/3 on your ALC meter, and then would be going into your equalizer and giving yourself maybe 4 dB, 4 clicks boost on your treble equalizer to give a little more brightness, Roger.
Equalizer to give a little more brightness, Roger.
Roger. That sounds good. I can find those. I know where the compressor and the ALC are. I'll have to look and see where the wide transmit bandwidth and the boost are. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, you've got a thing in there. It's called the X. It's got a wrench and a hammer or something, and it's called, what is it called? My mind, it's, where you fix things. Oh, gosh. Sorry about that, but anyway, that's what that is all about. Settings, oh, of course. And so it would be in settings, Roger.
So, of course. And so it would be in settings, Roger.
Yep, Roger that. I will track it down.
Oh boy! Now I've said it, and I didn't know what settings. Settings didn't come to my mind. I had a brain freeze. You reach a certain age where you start to have brain freezes.
You reach a certain age where you start to have brain freezes.
Roger that. I'm starting to get there myself, so I know the feelings.
Yeah, Roger, Craig. Well, gosh, if you would like, we obviously have been recording, and if you'd like to hear your recording of your radio now, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3100, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger. So just to clarify one point, you said the wide transmit bandwidth from 100 to 2900. Is there any specific number within that range that you recommend, over?
That is the range, 100 to 2900. And the reason that we suggest that is that it gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. Like a 3, right in that area, you would start to infiltrate into somebody else's bandwidth. But it's designed to cut off at 2900. So that's why we say, run 100 to 2900, and that'll give you just a slice of daylight to not be somebody else's problem.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, mine is set at 100-2900. There's a separate setting for narrow width that is 1500, but the other one is set to 100-2900, over.
Yes, sir. And a lot of folks set all options to 100 to 2900 to keep accidentally getting out of that. There are some provisions that switch the bandwidth, and you don't want to do that. You want to stay 100 to 2900. So I would take all of those and put them on 100 to 2900 if they're adjustable, Roger.
Listen, put them on 100 to 2900 if they're adjustable, Roger.
Okay, roger that. Thanks for the help. I'll let you get to your next patient and look forward to the video. So 73.
Roger, Craig. And you're in Pennsylvania, right?
Roger, Craig. And you're in Pennsylvania, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Great. Thanks for checking in, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you cranking in all that stuff. 73. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.